Contestant number one, Roger Caesar. Is it in you? Is it in you? Roger Caesar.
At age 11, I wanted to enter my first talent show with dreams of being a star. My mom's response? That's nice. But your sister performing with you. Now you gotta understand, my little sister Rayon, very smart, but no talent. Let me ask you this. Did you have a sibling that had to go with you everywhere? Now, were you that sibling? Contest chair, and anyone who's ever wished to be on stage alone. It was showtime. Rayon went on stage first, looking like a deer in headlights and shaking like Bambi. I strutted out like a proud peacock. But when I looked in the crowd, shocked look on my mom's face. Why? Well, I had a wardrobe change. Off went my tie, shirt open wide. This 11-year-old bird chest screamed, superstar. Baby, you'll find there's only one love, yours and mine. I got so much love. Wow, not bad. And then it was her turn. All I want is to hold you. Let me show how much I love you, baby. Show me. Nails on a chalkboard. Ruined the whole song. After the show, Mom could see that I was visibly upset because I wanted to be great. You were great. But while you were worrying about you and only you didn't see that Rayon stepped out of a comfort zone for the first time because you inspired her. Being great isn't about you. It's about how you inspire others to find their greatness. The next year, we went on stage again, but this time, I made her dance. No singing here. But she was different, dazzling, and she danced like a star. This time, Rayon inspired me, which got me thinking, do you believe greatness lies within you? I do. But I also believe that it takes inspiration to bring it out. So who inspires you? From an early age, Mom was my inspiration with her words of wisdom. Now my dad, well, now don't get me wrong, Dad was no pushover. Between you and I, Dad can outtalk a politician. But as a teenager, he and I would often clash. See, while he was focused on building the family business, I just wanted him to focus on building me. I resented him, thought he didn't care. And at 19, I left home thinking life would be better out there. And Dad did what any other great father would do. He celebrated, even renovated. But for 2 years, I found myself in many risky situations. Wrong place, wrong time. One night at a club, a fight broke out. We had absolutely nothing to do with it. My best friend Jay tried to break it up, and we thought it was over. But when we left the club, bullets rang out. I was shot twice. Jay was killed instantly. Wrong place, wrong time. Why me? All I wanted was to go home, But how could I face Dad knowing that I failed being on my own? But with outstretched arms, no words, my father welcomed me home. Here I was, trying not to be him, that I didn't see his great qualities: perseverance, persistence, patience. Dad led by example and inspired me to do the same. See, what I learned was that Dad wasn't just building a business. He was building a legacy that I was too blind to see. Hello? Have you ever been too blind to see who inspires you? My mother always said, being great isn't about you. It's about how you inspire others to find their greatness. And she couldn't be more right. And Dad taught me that even in the strength of silence, your actions can speak volumes. Today, my sister performs on a different stage as a politician, a business owner, and she can outtalk Dad. From screechy to preachy. And the best part is, she stopped singing. But she never stopped inspiring me. And I have taken over the family business, but every once in a while, Dad still sticks his head in and acts like he's in charge. So I did what any great son would do. I fired him. No, I retired him to enjoy the legacy he built. You have the power to inspire others through your words and actions. Greatness does lie within you. And if I could do it all over again, today I would say, Rayon, come up on stage with me. And you, come join us. So together we could put on the performance of a lifetime to inspire others to find their greatness and become superstars. Contest chair.